Good morning, and thank you for having me here. Indeed, I concur with what was already said about the convergence of the Romanian economy and the potential to put things here a bit of a longer-term perspective. Romania had the fastest convergence after the EU accession, and now we may say that the GDP per capita measured through the purchasing parity terms, it's already 80% of the EU average. It's already at par or maybe better than other countries in the region, or even closer to some older member states of EU. So a very strong convergence indeed, which I think it's visible everywhere. And when it comes to the potential, indeed, we have, I think, a lot of room to continue to grow and develop. And here I will mention the investments in infrastructure, which will support future competitiveness of the country. I think that it's very visible that Romania is a huge construction works and the infrastructure is developing. I would mention also the relatively skilled labor force when it comes to IT and to the technology engineering. Also the geographical position of the country, so we may play a sort of regional hub role for goods which are supposed to be delivered to EU or to Asia. And in this context, also speaking about the geographical position, I think that following the COVID tendency to favor nearshoring, friendly shoring, again, Romania has a very competitive position. Last but not least, the reconstruction of Ukraine, hopefully the war will end soon, which may also act as a catalyst for the growth of Romania, as we may play a sort of regional hub for that. On the other hand, I think that what brought us here is not enough to help us to continue on the same path. And we need to improve definitely the competitiveness in order to avoid the middle income trap. So we still have, I think, bit of an advantage when it comes to the labor cost, but it's diminishing. And on the other hand, we are not very as competitive as the most advanced economy. And maybe I forgot, but it was I was happy hearing during the first discussion of today as also support rationale behind of our growth. Also the fact that Romania is self-sufficient in terms of energy, so we have everything we need to produce, and we will produce more on that. Then on the competitiveness, so there is a need indeed to progress on that. And regarding the what we can do as financial sector, because yes, we have a very strong foundation when it comes to the financial sector in Romania, be it equity or banking sector. We are very, very well capitalized. We have a lot of plenty of funds available, very well governed banking sector. Indeed, the lending will support the growth of the businesses. I would say that also the criteria we use when extending loans are also supporting the competitiveness, because we do a positive selection and we highly appreciate companies which are very well governed, transparent. We, of course, reward the accountability in the way the business is conducted. I think that also the financing provided to the infrastructure, be it on the telecom or energy, will support the competitiveness of the economic environment. Also, I think that the support provided to the consumer through lending, indeed, it's also, and through savings as well, will provide support to competitiveness. Also, various, I think, initiatives launched by the banks to support the business environment. There are many banks, including ourselves, developing a lot of programs for the startups. We also have a program to support mid-sized companies to scale up across Europe. So I think that the financial sector is indeed paying its contribution. When it comes to the public policies, I will mention maybe two to three major things. From my perspective, the first priority is to restore the macroeconomic stability. That will severely, I think, increase the credit worthiness of the country and the trust of the business environment and the investment let's say environment. We have a very high budget deficits indeed. There are coherent plans to address, and we need to follow those plans. Second, I think it's very important to leverage on the EU funds. Be it the traditional Euro funds or the reconstruction and recovering following the COVID. This is a huge opportunity for Romania we cannot afford to miss. And it was also the discussion during the first part of the day about the progress needs. Europe needs to on the simplifying regulation and so on. This is very much, I think, valid for Romania. We need to improve or to reform the public administration and to reduce the bureaucracy in order to let's say, reduce the way or to ease doing the business. So I think that, in a nutshell, there are, of course, there is a huge potential and opportunities. There are also challenges. And I think that when, let's say, picking only one single macro indicator, which I think captures what I was already said about the competitiveness. Last year, we had a very huge increase in demand, fueled by strong fiscal stimulus, but the GDP growth of Romania was very shy, below 1%. So there is a clear, in my perspective, evidence that the local demand needs a stronger offer to meet, otherwise, indeed, we import more, and here comes the twin deficit. So that's in brief from my side. Thank you.